I am so mad. So mad. So I decided to watch Helluva Boss Season 2, Episode 6. Oops. Did not realize that I had failed to set the output correctly, and only one recording between my camera and the screen got saved. And guess which one got saved? Hint, it wasn't the camera recording. So what I am gonna do is I'm going to rewatch it. This will not be a blind reaction unlike many of my others, because unfortunately I've seen it. But I still do want to watch it again, and I want to get my thoughts out. I still remember some of the stuff that I talked about, and I want to still talk about it, because, I don't know, I had a lot to say. Because the original recording was a little over an hour long. I don't know if it's going to be the same length, but that's okay. But I'm going to watch it again, and, hope for the best. Hope that I remember exactly what I was gonna say. But this is technically not a blind reaction this time. Future episodes will be. Previous episodes have been. But this one will not be because of a botched recording. I'm still mad about it. Because I have to redo this. If my screen, if my camera recording had been saved, that would have been one thing. I could have easily just recorded the episode separately and then just edited it all together. But no, I basically have to redo my feedback. This is so fun. Anyways, let's get into Helluva Boss Season 2, Episode 6. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Your discretion advised. Oh, it's like jazzy. I didn't even fully recognize that the first time I watched it, I don't think. Thirsty boy. Thirsty boy is accurate, honestly.
Rise and shine, Ozzy!
Oh, again with the horn.
Don't blame me. Blame how fucking fun they are. Okay, so today you have a meeting with the
It's like his
distributor about the
assistant
new
or
shipment of
secretary.
vibrators. Then you gotta host a safety meeting because of what happened with the old shipment of vibrators. And then you have a nooner with Prince Stolas.
You scheduled me during lunch.
Well, you're pretty good at squeezing things in. But I left
Oh,
time
boy.
for a big ol' breakfast.
Let me guess. I'm handling that too.
I mean, unless you want me to take a crack at cooking again.
No.
No.
Never again.
Why?
I love that.
This time.
Stop.
Oh my god, these two.
Burgers.
No, it's too early for burgers, you maniac.
Burger time.
Burger time. Burger time. Oh my god, I forgot how absolutely adorable these two are. Seriously, the first time I ever saw this, I was like, holy crap. Fizz and Ozzy are freaking adorable together. You can tell that they have like this strong relationship with one another, and the whole Ozzy going just no. Hilarious. I never expected Ozzy to look at anybody like that or talk to anybody the way he talks to Fizz, because he's the personification of lust. He basically tries to how was the best way that I put it? I said the exact same thing with Beelzebub when we first met her as well. But it's not that they embody, like, they're the personification of their sins, but they don't necessarily embody it. They encourage others to embody what they personify, if that makes sense. I feel like I've explained it better before, but that's the best way that I can explain it right now. The fact that he has such this relationship with Fizz that goes beyond the lustful is astonishing to me, and it does make me wonder about the general hierarchy between, well, I mean, everyone in hell, really. I know I need to watch some videos about that, learning a little bit more about the sins, the Goetia, the hierarchy, all that good jazz, because there's a lot of lore about hell in general that I don't fully understand, because I didn't really grow up with this kind of knowledge. Like, this isn't my wheelhouse. I know the basics and I know bits and pieces, but I don't know a lot of the specifics that a lot of this show seems to draw from. So I definitely need to learn a little bit more about it sometime. At some point. There are a couple videos that I have on deck that I am planning to watch at some point. It's just a matter of when. But I will try and get a little bit more familiar with how hell works, you know. Because there's a lot to it. But what I'm also wondering, the relationship between these two, it does make me wonder about the general hierarchy and what's accepted or not, because imps are, I think, are considered one of, if not the lowest class of citizen. But then you have frickin' lords, and well, lords or ladies or rulers of each of the rings of hell, in which case Asmodeus is the ruler of the ring of lust. And he's basically having a sort of lovey-dovey relationship with an imp. And similar with Queen Bee, Beelzebub, who is the personification of gluttony. She's the ruler of the Ring of Gluttony, and she has a relationship with probably one of the most badass hellhounds there is, really, Vortex. So, but I don't know, it's all very interesting to think about, the general hierarchy of things. Slightly random tangent, but I love Asmodeus' design. I don't know where the idea came from, but it is cool as hell.
Burger time! Burger time! Burger time!
No, that little tail. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I actually had to go back on this, and I had to, because it moved too fast for me to see what Fizz saw, but, you know, King of Oz, a hypocrite, and, you know, with a picture of him, of Oz with Fizz. And I think that's what actually made me question the validity of their relationship, if it was real, if, you know, if what they had was more business in nature, or if what they had was a real relationship. And again, I was also wondering what the hierarchy of hell was truly like, because I didn't know. Because I didn't, well, I suppose it's also more accurate to say that I didn't really know what was accepted and what wasn't, because it wasn't made completely clear. But this little newspaper clipping right here makes it seem like it wasn't really super accepted, or the idea that wasn't, I don't know, it's something along those lines. But I mean, it's all very fascinating stuff. The world that Viv's Popular Team have put together is incredibly varied and dense. And obviously they draw from a lot of source material, but they also have their own creative liberties. A lot of creative liberties.
Yeah, I know. I can pick up some more while I'm out today.
About that, you're still going to that contest rehearsal without me?
Well, you have a packed day today, and I know you aren't big on the whole Mammon thing, so...
It's the Greed Ring. One of the cities is literally called Ransom.
You worry too much. You know I ain't afraid of ropes. Besides, I'm slippery.
I mean, only after I...
What?
What?
Come on, Oz. I can be on my own one day.
I haven't been to the Greed Ring alone since becoming Ma'am's big brand figure.
Yeah, I guess, but it's not like I'm gonna stick around.
I can get you an escort.
I can handle it. Come on, Big Daddy. Please.
That snort.
You know I can't say no to a face that cute.
Oh yeah.
Use it.
Just try
That's how I
to
figured out.
show, Fizzy Frog.
Yeah. That's when I figured out that what they had was real.
Oz, I have the new shipment of.
You mind trying to have an unemotional bang sesh here?
Yeah, because we're so not in love.
Yep, that too.
Love is stupid. Woo! That was close, huh?
Just come right back when it's over and keep your phone on you, okay?
Got it right here. Be right back after. Don't worry, Oz. I'll be super low-key. Nobody will know.
Low key, huh? Yep. Yeah. Those couple of moments solidified for me that what they had went beyond business. It was real. There was romance and emotion and sex and business behind everything. It was the whole freaking package with them. There is no question in my mind about that. I don't remember. I think I vaguely remember hearing Mammon's name, and from what I understand, he is the ruler of the Greed Ring. So basically, where Moxie's dad Crimson came from. I don't know anything about him. I don't really know what he looks like, but I've heard that the next episode is, what was it, Mammon's mid-season musical. Premiere something along those lines. So. I don't know, for the next time I react to Helluva Boss, it's gonna be a freaking musical. There's no question in my mind about that. But it is very clear that what the two of them have is real. And it's so freaking adorable to see. Because it's very seductive and raw in its own way, and it's very, horny in its own way. But it's also sweet and adorable. You see, Oz is really looking out for Fizz. He's worried. And also, I think I heard something about... I don't think I remember hearing this last time. I think I heard something about Fizz being a brand sponsor face for Mammon's new line. I don't know. I heard something along those lines. I don't remember if I actually noticed that before. Because again, there are plenty of things that I was more paying attention to the first time I was watching this. And I'm watching it again, and I already know some of the stuff, but now I'm starting to hone in on some of the smaller details that I might not have noticed on my first run with this episode. So that's kind of fun, actually. It is kind of fun that I get to rewatch it and provide my thoughts. Again, you don't see my initial first reaction. You don't get to see my first reaction to the emotional moments, the crazy action scenes, that kind of stuff. You don't get to see that, unfortunately. You'll get to see me watching it for the very first time. But I still get to have fun.
Don't worry, Oz. I'll be super low-key. Nobody will notice me.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, low-key, huh? What were these? Oh yeah, these are like demon chihuahuas or something. Something or other. Yeah, that's super subtle.
Man, it's great not being in the spotlight for once.
I don't. Okay, yeah, keep telling yourself that.
It's not my fault if you only know how to make coffee that tastes like piss. Whoa.
Oh,
Hey, Blitz.
wow, looky who it is.
Oh, fuck. You again.
Stalking me now, huh?
Oh, don't fucking flatter yourself, clown. I have my own life, without you in it.
Uh-huh, sure, Blitzo.
The O is silent now, bitch. And gee whiz, we've been in each other's relative vicinity twice in the last 15 years. That would make me the shittiest stalker in history.
Twice is already way too much.
The animosity between these two.
For my shit and not getting everything handed to me like some pampered attention whore.
Yeah, well, guess that's what resilience and talent gets ya. Plus, my horns were always bigger than yours, weren't they?
And Blitz is like, fuck you.
So, you
And
say you're good?
here we
'Cause
go.
We really need a big score right now.
The Bears
Yep.
had a royal on the ropes just last week.
Sure, but not
Aw,
dead.
I miss Norman Reedus, man, as Striker.
But I have a body count in the hundreds. I ain't afraid to go after anyone. Women, kids, and cute little face puppy looking things. Don't matter.
Even Royals.
I'll tell you what. If you can deliver something of value, I'll consider it.
One moment.
Yep. Oh, there we go. My jaw dropped when I first saw this. I was thinking to myself, wait, we've got Crimson and Striker and Fizz and Ozzy, and then Stolas pops up later. We got all these little threads that are coming together in the wackiest way possible, and then Blitz is kind of in the middle of this as well. What are the freaking odds, dude? Seriously, what are the freaking odds? So many freaking odds. Just as Crimson is saying, if you can get us a big score, and what do you know? You got Blitz and Fizz fighting in the street. Striker's got some bad blood between him and Blitz, and then here comes Fizz, the little toy of Ozzy, as everybody I'm sure thinks of him as. Secret lover / toy, something along those lines. What kind of coincidence is that? That's just ridiculous. And I'll say it once and I say it again. I'm not dunking on Striker's new voice actor, but I miss Norman Reedus. He did Striker so well. Ba-ba-da-boopy.
Hiya.
Funny to run into you again, Blitzy. And with a famous friend.
Oh, fuck me.
For the record, we are not friends.
That's your problem with it, Fizz. That's your problem. And Dildo Factory. That's right. I almost forgot about this. Oh, jeez. Can never be too large. Wow.
Right, that's good. I like that. That's good.
And Stolas. He's wanting the Asmodean
Hey
crystal
there,
for
baby.
Blitz.
Haven't seen you since you crashed my club. How you been? Still getting your kink on with that feisty imp?
Well, that's actually what I'm here about. You see, I seem to have found myself with feelings for him, and I'm not sure if it's a mutual thing.
Well, I can tell you, if you're looking for a love potion, you came to the wrong fucking guy. I don't fuck with that artificial bullshit. Lust shouldn't be about force. It's an art to be earned and enjoyed. It's all about that journey to pleasure time. You feel me?
Oh, no, never that. You see, this inn has a business he runs. He needs to access the mortal realm to carry out his work.
And why would
I know
Stolas
your
tell
demons are
us
some of
this?
the only ones who can traverse freely and legally. I was wondering
Legally.
if you could assist me in finding a way he could too.
Oh, Stolas. My heart bleeds for you, but my partner, business partner, Fizzarelli,
Business
your
partner.
imp guy, Blitzo, right? Yeah, hates.
He does? But why?
Not my story to tell, but trust me, I would help if I could, but I can't. Sorry.
Aww. And 3, 2, 1. Boop.
Hello, Asmodeus. You don't know me, but you don't need to. All you need to know is I have your little jester here with me. If you want him back alive, you will give me exactly what I want.
Do you have any idea who you are fucking with?
I think it's a recording.
You probably just asked if I know who I'm dealing with. And oh yes, I know. The weakest and most non-threatening of the sins. The king that
yep.
will do whatever it takes to save the worst-kept secret in all of hell. We both know you won't risk anything happening to the clown. So be a good little bitch boy and do the thing. My lawyers will be over shortly with the contract of demands. You have until the witching hour to sign it. Now cut. I said cut it, you fuck.
And go Ozzy pissed off mode. There. Yep. Oh yeah. Oz got pissed. And the fact that Crimson called Ozzy the weakest of the sins is really interesting. It doubly makes me curious a little bit more about the hierarchy and power structure of hell itself, but also the sins themselves. Because in a weird way, I would have figured that, because we've seen two of them already. We've seen substantially, I guess you can say, and that's Asmodeus of lust and Beelzebub of gluttony. And we've at least seen a little bit about what they can do. And I figured that Oz would have been a little bit stronger than B, but it's implied that he may not be. It's implied he may actually be the weakest, which makes me wonder about the other rulers of hell and what they're like, what their capabilities are, and what their personalities and relationships are with, with themselves, with their families, with the denizens of their rings. Like, bruh, I don't know. But Ozzy's pissed. He's so freaking pissed, it's crazy. I mean, he's so mad that Fizz is kidnapped. And, what else can he do? And it's gonna matter later, but luckily Stolas is there. It's gonna matter. Eventually.
Oh, chill out, Jester. Christ on a stick. It's
Poor
like you've never been
Fizz.
tied up before.
Sure, but not by a bunch of psychos and a piece of shit.
Am I... Okay, am I the psycho or the piece of shit?
Both.
Yeah, that checks.
How is this happening? I was just supposed to grab some gas station milk and rehearse some juggling.
Oh, relax. I'm sure your big royal chicken ain't gonna let anything happen to his peppy little fuck doll.
Yeah.
Oh, playing that card, huh? Okay, what about you? Seems your tastes have gotten more regal lately.
Yeah, well, unlike you, I fuck who I want when I want. I'm not gonna be tied down to some big blue blood asshole.
You could have fooled me the way Princey was cozying up to you at Ozzy's.
Hey, Stolas only cares about having a rugged peasant raw dog him into his mattress. It's nothing, it's nothing else.
Then why were you even there?
Other very important reasons, of course.
Whatever, I don't actually care.
I mean, Stolas is just a loud, thirsty bitch who loves feeling the thrill of getting dicked by the
This is
lower
like, what the
class.
fuck,
It's a
dude?
novelty
I
to
didn't
him.
care.
Literally just said I don't care.
And then he'll call me and try and see how my day was, and he'll pretend to care about me and comment on my photos and laugh at my jokes.
Oh, well that's definitely your clue right there that it's all bullshit.
I know, right? He's just a fake privileged asshole.
Ah,
Sounds
Blitz
like you
doesn't
just
get
hate
it.
him for being a prince. Because no one, and I mean no one, pretends to care that much just for a cheap lay.
Point is, royal demons don't give a shit about guys like us. They're all the fucking same.
That's not always true. But I guess you're right. They can't all be the same if some have taste and some want to fuck you.
Can we talk about something other than my sex life? Satan's taint. Does fucking that lust guy make this what you're all about now?
You brought it up, asshole!
You two shut the fuck up already! Bicker like a couple of teen skanks. As far as I'm concerned, you two are both embarrassments to our kind for meddling with blue bloods to begin with. But at least Loudmouth here has the sense to only fuck his rich bitch, instead of being a little purse dog.
Oh, great. The fucking supremacist is on my side. Wonderful.
Neither of you filthbags know what you're even talking about. If you think you're superior to anyone, then you are no better than any royal.
Don't you dare finish that sentence.
His
Clown.
breath, man.
For hire.
I could not pause for the longest time because I was just mesmerized by the quick-witted banter between Blitz and Fizz. Both of them are so quick with their mouth, in different ways too. I feel like Fizz really tries poking at his enemies or at, the people he's talking to or about, whereas Blitz is just saying the first thing that's come to his goddamn head. But the quick-witted banter between them is so freaking great, and you can tell by his brief hesitation for some of the questions, Fizz does actually care about Ozzy. And it's been made clear that Ozzy cares about Fizz a lot as well. And he's still trying to keep it secret. But even when Stryker threatened Fizz for just a hot second, you could see Blitz, he was mad. He was mad for a split second that Fizz was getting threatened, because even though the two of them don't like each other and they don't trust each other whatsoever, there's still some level of something between them, you know? And something else that I'm wondering about too was, you know, if you know, Fizz, you know, getting tied up, Blitz got tied up as well. Blitz did not seem phased at all. Understandably so, but Fizz is definitely panicked. It makes you wonder if he had some kind of really bad experience relating to getting tied up in some fashion. It could just be as plain and simple as he says. He's been tied up before, but not behind homicidal maniacs and psychos, which apparently Blitz is both, which, you know, like Blitz said, that tracks. But yeah, the quick-witted banter between these two as they're going back and forth about their tastes and preferences and their and not so much their histories, but something kind of along those lines. So freaking good. They're so quick with one another. They're so quick to take jabs at one another. It's hilarious. And I'd like to listen to it again.
Oh, chill out, Jester. Christ on a stick. It's like you've never been tied up before.
Sure, but not by a bunch of psychos and a piece of shit.
Am I... Okay, am I the psycho or the piece of shit?
Both.
Yeah, that checks.
How is this happening? I was just supposed to grab some gas station milk and rehearse some juggling.
Oh, relax. I'm sure your big royal chicken ain't gonna let anything happen to his peppy little fuck doll.
Oh, playing that card, huh? Okay. What about you? Seems your tastes have gotten more regal lately.
Yeah, well, unlike you, I fuck who I want when I want. I'm not gonna be tied down to some big blue blood asshole.
You could have fooled me the way Princey was cozying up to you at Ozzy's.
Hey, Stolas only cares about having a rugged peasant raw dog him into his mattress. It's nothing, you know, it's nothing else.
Then why were you even there?
Other very important reasons, of course.
Whatever, I don't actually care.
I mean, Stolas is just a loud, thirsty bitch who loves feeling the thrill of getting dicked by the lower class. It's a novelty to him.
Literally just said I don't care.
And then he'll call me and try and see how my day was, and he'll pretend to care about me and comment on my photos and laugh at my jokes.
Oh, Blitz.
Well, that's definitely your clue right there that it's all bullshit.
I know, right? He's just a fake privileged
Oh, Fizz is
asshole.
like, this idiot
Sounds
doesn't
like
get
you
it.
hate him for being a prince, because no one, and I mean no one, pretends to care that much just for a cheap lay.
Point is, royal demons don't give a shit about guys like us. They're all the fucking same.
That's not always true. But I guess you're right. They can't all be the same if some have taste and some want to fuck you.
Can we talk about something other than my sex life? Satan's taint. Does fucking that lust guy make this what you're all about now?
You brought it up, asshole!
You two shut the fuck up already!
Yep.
Bicker like a couple of teen skanks.
That's a good insult for
As
them,
far
by
as
the way.
I'm concerned, you two are both embarrassments to our con for meddling with blue bloods to begin with. But at least Loudmouth here has the sense to only fuck his rich bitch, instead of being a little purse dog.
Oh, great. The fucking supremacist is on my side.
Initially, I didn't realize who Stryker was talking
Phil
about,
Beck
but
know what you're even talking about. If you think you are superior to anyone, then you are no better than any royal.
Don't you dare finish that sentence, clown.
Hey,
oh,
get fired.
Blitz, man.
I said watch them, not fuck them. Keep your hands off the merchandise.
Ah, ever heard of mouthwash? Fuck face!
Can I just sign it already? Like, can we move this along?
Sire, you need to know the contents of this contract. You can't just sign it. A deal made with a sin like yourself would be everlastingly binding. Perhaps I can look it over. I'm a fast reader. Oh. This is a contract giving Crimson all of Ozzy's factory assets and giving him permission to use Fizzarolli's head for a wall decoration.
Wait, what?
Just making sure you're paying attention. Here's the real contract.
Oh, this will be fun. I love words.
Oh no, oh no. Honestly, thank goodness for Stolas being there, because Ozzy could very well have, did I say Ozzy? Did I say Stolas? Frick. I'm suddenly forgetting. No, thank goodness that Stolas had been there. Otherwise, Ozzy could have been completely fucked, especially as a ruler of a ring. He would have been laughed at, he would have been the butt of so many jokes. But holy moly, and Striker's threat on frickin' Fizz.
You know, you're really bad at this.
You know, last time I checked, I was a fucking jester, not an escape artist. I just want to go home.
Poor thing.
You want me to get you out?
Yes.
Fizz is like, oh, yeah.
You had a knife this whole time.
Blitz ain't gonna hurt you, Fizz. He's casing the place.
Bingo. So what now, genius?
See that remote?
I mean, I could stretch down there.
No. I have a better idea.
And everybody's dead.
Keep it down! I'm shooting 8-ball over here!
What's going on?
Shut the fuck up! Fuck.
Where did Blitz get the popcorn from? And then ball and boop.
Well, that didn't.
Now it worked. How ridiculous is that plan? And Blitz pulled it off. You have to admit, in his own way, when it comes to killing and violence, he's a strategist. He freaking knows the game. He knows how to do this shit. Fizz doesn't.
Well, that didn't. Show off.
Crimson's like, God damn it. Alright, Blitz, time to show off.
This usually works. God damn it!
What the fuck, Fizz? How is someone this flexible, this useless in combat?
I'm a performer. I sing, I dance.
Yeah, performer, not a combatant.
Don't do danger.
Well, good to know you're still a wimpy circus puss.
I'd give you a comeback, but that'd imply I'd give a shit what you think.
You always cared what I thought.
Oh, after what you did to me.
I didn't do anything. It was an accident.
An accident? Are you kidding me? You always had it out for me because people
And here we get
liked
the
me
backstory.
better. You wanted me gone because you were jealous, just wanting the spotlight. I looked up to you. I thought you were my best friend. You ruined my life. And then you just left me. I lost so much because of you.
And his horns.
This piece of shit. You didn't
And his hands, man.
I did care. It was an accident. It was. Okay, you're right. It was all my fault. Okay, I should have done more to help. I was trying. There was so much going on. I was trying to get help, Fizz. It was still my fault.
Glad you can admit it. Want a medal?
Look, I'm sorry, Fizz. I am so sorry that you got so hurt. I'm sorry for what you lost. And I know I can never make that right. But you have no idea what I lost in that fire.
That's how he got his scar.
I mean, it's all my fault. I'd hate me too. I mean, I do hate
Man, what an emotional story. Like, we learn how Blitz got the scar that he did, which I didn't even, for the longest time, I didn't even, well, pretty much the entire time. I didn't even realize was Scar to begin with. I didn't even recognize that he didn't have. Well, did I recognize that he had the white mark? That he didn't have the white mark in his childhood photo or something like that? I don't know. But what an emotional story too, and to see that Fizz he wasn't just broken emotionally by what happened. He was broken physically by what happened. And up to this point, we had no idea what had happened between the two of them. We only had a general idea that something happened between them that was can't word right now. But now we get to see what happened. And to see that Fizz, he wasn't just destroyed emotionally, but physically too. He basically lost, I think, well, his hands for sure, and possibly his legs, but his horns got cracked to hell. I mean, so much so that he basically hides it under his little jester hat now to make it seem like, which I didn't even pick up on for the longest time, that maybe his horn, like, I didn't even think about it. It's like, oh, his horns are flexible. That was what went through my mind, at least subconsciously, for the longest time. No, it's nothing of the sort. His horns are gone, and he essentially is wearing a mask the entire time, in a sense. But to see the emotional story between them, I almost started crying the first time I watched this. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened. We know that Blitz's sister is alive, so it's pretty much heavily implied that he lost his mom in the fire. It kind of makes you wonder what he was going through beforehand, though. Because his mom got lost in the fire, his sister was okay, or at least as far as we know. She did go to rehab, but we don't know if she had anything to do with the fire, if she was there or anything like that. But Blitz had a card, he had a flower, he was probably going to give something to Fizz, but he didn't. Or he was going to give something to somebody, but he didn't. He was emotionally distracted by something else. And then the fire happened, he ended up losing what is arguably his best friend at the time, and his mother. He lost his mother, like, you know, it's implied that she died. And then Fizz did, like, cease contact with him and blamed him or something like that. And I get the feeling that Blitz didn't really blame himself for a long time. He was just angry at the world or something. It's really crazy to see how much this season is different from the previous season, because we see Blitz actively trying to fix old relationships or trying to actually talk them out, talk about his feelings. He never did that in the first season. But then, you know, Ozzy's happened, and then kind of sort of Queen Bee happened as well. Not to the same extent as Ozzy's, but there were still little bits and pieces here and there. But in the second season, tone-wise, is so different from the first. It's crazy. And to see more about Blitz's backstory, and even Moxie's backstory as well, is crazy.
I am so sorry that you got so hurt. I'm sorry for what you lost. And I know I can never make that right. But you have no idea what I lost in that fire.
I think he was mouthing mom, so I think he lost her in that
I mean,
fire.
it's
I think
all
she
my
died.
fault. I'd hate me too. I mean, I do hate
Shit! So, why didn't you try to tell me any of this? Or come see me? Even once would have been fine.
I tried. You were all I had left, Fizz, but they told me you didn't want to see me.
I never told them that.
Bullshit. You didn't?
No, and no one told me you came.
Oh.
Right on there! Ryan,
Yeah.
have a fucking emotional moment here!
You know, the miscommunication, is it just a miscommunication, or is it a coincidence? Did somebody intentionally not want them to see each other? I have a feeling it's mostly a coincidence, but I mean, it is entirely possible there is some kind of sinister plot happening here with nobody told Fizz that Blitz came, and nobody told Blitz that Fizz never actually said, don't come. Like, seriously. I don't know. It's a little bit of a crazy miscommunication, though. Of course. Well, and to be fair, the miscommunication does kind of make sense, too, because it's hell. Nobody cares about that kind of shit. So, of course it would be a miscommunication. Come on.
Right on there! Ryan, have a fucking emotional moment here!
Okay, so I believe this draft allows for some factory ownership, specifically located in the Greed Ring, with allocated funds going to your client for the foreseeable future, while ensuring the safe return of one Fizzerali.
Yeah, sure, sounds good. Now, let me just reread this.
Hurry up!
Yelling won't make me read faster.
Look, misunderstanding or no, it's hard to just forgive you. It's been 15 years, and that's so much time. But I guess you didn't really ruin my life.
Well, you're telling me getting blown up didn't ruin your life?
It was painful and challenging, and fuck you still. But
You still.
it's not like I'm broken, and I now have someone who understands me. And fuck you. My life has
you.
actually been pretty great.
Yeah, that's lovely. You got a good thing going on with that horny rooster fucker, don't you?
Oh yeah, it's been fantastic. Because it's a great game.
Fucking Blitz, he's like,
Massive. I mean, imagine like the biggest, just a giant, huge, like a kaiju, but it's a cock. You know what I mean? Like a big monster. It's big. It's huge.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I'm happy for you, Fizz.
oh, they're making up. It's still so cute.
If you want to prove yourself, cowboy, here's your chance.
Striker's like, gladly.
You've been a pain in my ass long enough, Blitz. Now, I'm gonna break you like a fucking horse.
Oh, don't you dare talk sexy to me.
You're still on the horse thing?
Yep.
Remember how you used to distract my dad so I could steal his booze?
I mean, yeah. Why?
Yeah, well, I need to get up to that window there to bust us out.
One distraction coming up.
He is a bit of a distraction and a jester.
When I was a young boy, I never thought it'd come to this. The scars all seem to heal, and soon all I feel is regret. And now I'm a grown man, I've lost it all again. But what I'll miss the most, pay close attention while you get a look at this. Yeah, look at this, then look at that. Here's a hat. This nonsense mostly doesn't mean a thing, but listen closely, maybe it explains everything. The secret to Bitcoin, computers and microchips.
Going.
On me, as the story unfolds. Look at this, I hold the key to the mystery. Look at this, look at nothing except for me. Look at this. Rich and rich, rich now hurry the fuck up. I don't know how long I can do this.
I'm gonna need another 60 seconds.
Oh, fuck. Okay, the thing I'm trying to say, I will say if you look this way.
Seriously, how does this work for this long?
Just as a nonna Fitzgerald used to say.
What a song, man.
Contorni limoncello forte piano. Buongiorno alla vongole. Luigi Firenze Bucatini.
Striker's just like, what the fuck, dude? What a song, man. So goddamn random.
You're actually pretty good at this action hero bullshit.
And you
A little
really
bit.
put on a show, which is almost as impressive as the thing you said I was good at.
Almost. Oh, they're like best buddies now.
I guess royal jesters first? Get your fucking shit-stained claws off him!
You think I'm just gonna let you get away after all this? I'm through losing these fights. This worthless.
Yeah, IMP's really kicked your ass lately.
I'll at least enjoy getting rid of them.
Okay, is it bad that I'm getting hard?
Shut the fuck up! Why is it always a sex thing?
Oh man. Blitz, do not leave him again. You can't, you can't. Parkour! Parkour!
You blew me up again, you fucking prick!
I did. But this time I stuck around.
This time you saved you. No! They're making up! Oh, Blitz is so happy to be doing that!
Would it fuck up the moment if we made out right now?
Oh, fucking hell.
That's it. I'm going to fucking end your life. Fizzy.
Fizzy!
Oz, I missed you.
Get fucked, little one.
Get pooped on, dude.
Oh, my Satan!
Get fucked, dude.
I'm so glad you're okay, babe. You ain't never leaving the palace without protection again.
Oz, you know there's eyes around.
I know. I don't care. 'Cause
You
they
don't
know
give a
if I
fuck.
tell anyone, I'll wreck them.
And everybody's just like,
Well, don't worry.
Nope.
Today I learned
Nope.
that I hate going outside.
You won't have to again.
I'm sorry, I got a little messy.
You don't need to apologize for getting banged up, babe. I'm just sorry I couldn't be there.
It's okay, Oz. Guess I'm just not used to this kind of thing.
It's been an intense day. Just take it easy, okay?
Oh, it's fine. I'm fine, really. You know I bounce back fast. Oh. So, besides my whole scary hostage thing, how was your day?
Well,
still
I was
trying to
stuck
keep it
with
light.
Solus the whole time. Who, by the way, asked me to give him one of my crystals as a gift for that guy you hate. So, I told him no.
He's so proud of himself.
Nah, fuck it. Let him have it.
Excuse me?
Yeah, why not? You could say he earned it.
All right then. Anything for you.
Aww. Nice prosthetics, by the way. I wonder where he gets those custom made from.
Brush with crime has given me a whole mess of new kinks. You wanna go make a mess?
You really think that's a good idea right now, Fizz?
Sure, don't you?
Well, obviously.
Again, it's so freaking like pleasure and horny and business and romantic with these guys. Oh man. Oh man. Still as good as I remember. So freaking good. Seriously, the relationship between Fizz and Asmodeus is the real star of this episode. The relationship they share with one another is just, it's so freaking adorable. It's the bag of all things. It's the jack of all trades. They got a little bit of everything, man. I mean, they got the horniness, they got the romance, they got the business, they got it all. And it's so freaking cute. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but that's like practically relationship goals with the two of them. Seriously, it's practically relationship goals. I don't know what else to call it. But the two of them together, it's so great. It's so cute, so freaking cute. I love it. I mean, just what a freaking episode. It's so gosh darn good. We get the emotions, we get the relationship, and then multiple relationships, really. Namely, I mean, the one between Stolas and Blitz is explored just a smidge, but the one between Ozzy and Fizz is really explored. And then so is the one between Fizz and Blitz, and we actually have a little bit more information and context now. We have more character development, and that is what I'm loving about Season 2 so much. Because, okay, it's gonna sound weird, but I am a slut for character development. When it comes to any fictional medium, my favorite thing to see in any fictional medium is character growth or development of some kind. And in Season 2, when it comes to Blitz, we've seen so much of it. He's showing a little bit more care and interest in his lackeys. He's showing more desire to become more of a fatherly figure for Luna, and showing a bit more devotion towards her in a different way compared to the first season too. First season it was weird dad love or something like that, but the second season it feels a little bit more legit, which is starting to be seen even in the last episode of the first season, Queen Bee, where we see some of his reactions to Luna and how he's a little bit more gentle with his approach to her. And I think we continue to see that even in Season 2. Not as much of it, but we still do see it. But we also see Fizz trying to repair old relationships, trying to, I mean, technically speaking, he was searching for Barbara, his sister, and he was actually trying to repair that. He wasn't really trying with Fizz, but when there was an opportune moment, he did attempt to talk it out and repair his relationship with Fizz a little bit. But he's actually developing a little bit as a character. Even Moxie is to a small extent as well, in some different ways and not as prominent, but even he's getting a little bit of development. But Blitz is the one who's really trying to explore his old relationships, trying to repair them. And the three biggest ones are most definitely his sister, his old best friend, and Stolas. And, you know, now that Stolas is able to get him the Asmodean crystal, it makes you wonder what the future has in store for the relationship of Stolitz, you know? But it's so interesting to see so much backstory and context for all this stuff, really. And just to get a better idea, I mean, a little bit more about the world building, but especially the characters and their development. Most notably from Blitz, and a smidge from Fizz as well. And even just a tiny bit from Stolas, I would think, and Ozzy, in their own ways. But we get so much in this episode, it's so good. I wish I would have been able to give you guys the very first reaction to all this. But I'm still glad I was able to give you some commentary and analysis, because I mean, this thing is that freaking good. It's so rewatchable, and you get the hilarity with, you know, the crazy back and forth banter between Blitz and Fizz. You get the adorable relationship between, you know, Fizz with both Blitz and Ozzy in very different ways, obviously. But you also get the crazy action sequences, you get the fun music. Fizz's song, so random, which is entirely what it was intentional to be. But you get more of the context and that world building and the character development and the beautiful animation, and the characters, it's just all so freaking good. I cannot sing my praises about this show enough. It's so freaking good. That's all I can say. And I wish I had a little bit more to say, but again, when I first watched this, I feel like I had a little bit more to say because it was my very first reaction and it was my raw thoughts coming out. But I don't quite have that right now. But I still do have plenty to say. And I still did remember a lot about what I discussed when I first watched this. So you know what? I'm gonna have to leave it at that. Because I keep yawning and I need a little bit of food and I need to actually start editing some stuff because I haven't in a while because it's just been a busy last couple of weeks. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm going to end it here. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm sorry I couldn't give you a blind reaction. You know, recording issues, what are you gonna do? But as usual, until the next video guys, check you laters.